Hello everybody, this is Taylor Vane. See, I believe there's two types. There is short-term happiness and there's long-term happiness. Now, the short-term happiness are things you do for temporary enjoyment. You do something temporarily and you get some kind of satisfaction out of it. But once that thing is gone, you're back to where you were, if not worse. For example, you eat because it makes you happy. You don't eat because you're hungry. You eat because it's happy. It's called emotional eating. And basically you eat something that tastes really good, but that's usually very bad for you. But you don't care. You eat it and you feel really good, right? You feel good. That's why you're eating it. That's temporary happiness. Now once you stop eating whatever it is, like a donut or ice cream or whatever, then you feel like shit. Anyway, so short-term happiness is that. Another example is getting a girlfriend because she makes you happy. That's short-term. Okay, let's say you meet a girl and it goes well. And you're out on a date and you have fun, and then eventually that leads to a relationship. Now you're very happy in that relationship, but outside of it, in your own life, you're not very happy. So she's giving you happiness. You're happy because you're with her. Now, when you break up, you're no longer going to be happy because your happiness, which was her, is no longer there. So now you got to seek some other girl to fill your void that you have within yourself. That's another example. Okay, now long-term happiness, it's happiness throughout the rest of your life. You're going to be happy for a long time. Okay, for example, see, I'm into self-improvement. I like to work on myself. For those that don't know what that is, it's psychological, it's psychology. I figure out my weaknesses are, what they are, and I work on them. So, on overcoming my shyness, because I used to be very shy, I had to do the thing I was very afraid of. So being shy, I was afraid to be around people. I was afraid to approach people, to talk to new people. Now I do that and it's not a big deal. But to get from shy to outgoing, what I had to do as a shy person was to approach new people. I had to go up to new people and start a conversation with them. I had to do new things. I had to do the things I was afraid to do. That's how I'm able to be more outgoing now. Basically, that's all of self-improvement, which is I work on the things that I feel I need to work on. The end goal is I'm going to be outgoing. That's long term. That's a personality trait. That's why I'm working on it, because I want that. That's long term. Me being something I want to be is long term. And once I become it, that will become me. That will be me. That will be a part of me. So that will be me the rest of my life. Unless something happens and I go back. But other than that, that's long-term happiness. I'm going to be happy for the rest of my life because I'm getting something that I've always wanted. Now, long-term happiness requires work. Hard work. And no, money, that's a hard subject. Most of the time, money is short-term happiness. You buy something, you're happy with it, but you always want more because we're human. We always want more. And so you buy something else that gives you a little bit of happiness. Then you want more, then you buy something else. So it's just a repeated pattern. Now, if you have a lot of money, you can keep doing that. You can keep up the short-term happiness rate, but that's not long-term. That's a bunch of short-term happinesses. See, short-term happinesses will happen like that. Most of the time, once that thing that makes you happy isn't there anymore, you'll go like that. And then you go like that. Long-term happiness, though. You do it, you do it, you do it, and then boom, you've done it. So then for that part of your life, you're going to be happy. That part of. Another example is when you work out. You get your body in how you want it to be. You get your ideal body. That's long-term happiness. As long as you stick to doing what you're doing, you're going to maintain it. You're going to keep it. Confidence as well is another example of long-term happiness, because confidence is within you. That's internal. So if you work on things that you're not very confident at and you become confident at them, that's long-term happiness. See, there's many factors that will lead to happiness. Doing things that fulfill you is one. Being around positive people is another. Doing things you want to do is another one. Very important one. Or if you don't do the things that make you happy, that you want to do, you won't be very happy. So I don't choose a job that you hate. Don't do it. Who cares? It's not about the money. Money doesn't make you happiness in the long term. And long-term happiness is much more important than short-term. See, the end results, to me, are what matters. I don't want to have to rely on something short-term to be happy, like alcohol. That's short-term happiness. You remove your limiting filters and your beliefs. As long as you're drunk and buzzed, but once you become, then you're back to being yourself. You're back to being you. To self-improve, to self-develop yourself, to create the ideal you that you've always wanted to be. We all have someone, ourselves meaning, that we want to become. For me, I've dreamt of my real self, this myself that I want to be. The person that I'm striving to become, I've dreamt about him in my dreams. And I experienced it, because it's a dream. You experience it through however you want. So I was experiencing life in myself, but the best version of myself, and that was fucking awesome. That was so awesome that I'm dedicating my whole life to becoming the best version of myself, just so I can do what I'm capable of doing. And I'm not going to say don't do it, because a lot of people don't have the strength, courage, determination, passions, wants to strive to be happy in the long term. That's why they drink, that's why they smoke. They crave short-term happiness. But by all means, please think about it. If you're doing something that's causing you short-term happiness, maybe shopping. A lot of chicks do that, shopping. That's short-term happiness. And then you get what's called buyer's remorse, where you realize one day, fuck, why did I spend money on this? Because you're emotional. You bought it and it made you happy. When you're happy, that's an emotion. So that's why I always when I do buy something, however rare it is, I make sure I don't get too happy about it. Because then I'll regret it later and think, why did I waste my money on this? Why did I waste my money on an Xbox One when I don't even play that shit? Why did I waste money on a PS4 when I didn't even play a game on it and it's still in the box? Why the fuck did I do that? See, I'm regretting that because I could use the money now. So, anyways, now think of the things you're doing right now in your life that are either causing you short-term happiness or long-term happiness. And chances are, the majority of things that are making you happy are short-term. Coffee. That's another thing. Short-term happiness. That's short-term, long-term. If you want other examples, I can give you more. This is Taylor Vane. Have a wonderful day. Peace.